given it to whomever would have wanted it the most.
Yeah.
Fairs.
But Ione was still technically investigating, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really a pleasant thing, though. Ilana will look at Yasana for little bit. She's kind of staring at her, tilting her head a little bit to the side.
Well, I might be from the north, but do you have a problem with me?
You look a lot like the black cat.
Well, I do have a black-haired sister. What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
It's probably nothing. Don't worry about it. And she'll kind of turn around to head back to the book she was reading.
So-
I'm inciting the crap out of that.
Go ahead
I'm
and-
inciting the
I'm
crap out-
gonna incite that so hard!
20.
Yes. Alright, so both of you get a very strong inkling that what both of them said kind of matched up. You get the feeling that she may have actually been talking about Yasana's sister then.
Now,
Right, right,
because I
right.
actually
Well,
know Yasana's sister, do I get anything else out of this?
Let's see.
Because in my backstory, Jade
Yeah,
met
you
Yasana's family.
knew that Yasana's sister was supposedly being groomed for some important prophecy or something. And she seemed a little aloof at times, but you don't really know much more about that. She wasn't one that it was easy to really speak to on a daily basis.
And I never thought that prophecy had anything to do with a pit fiend, right?
No, nothing at all. Actually, Risu, would Jade know the prophecy?
Considering she was researching Destiny and stuff, trying to get to that area, Jade would know it. I would
Right.
think. I think
So-
Jade
We
would
we had talked about it, and Jade and Yasana discussed the prophecy at one point.
All right, so the prophecy that you know, which would affect Yasana's sister, was of twins born under a blue harvest moon. One with a crescent moon on their shoulder shall bring prosperity. It does not match up. Like what you just heard does not match up with the prophecy at all that you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused.
Yasana.
Bartender. I need a
Vesha
drink.
will look up. She's been surprisingly very good at dealing with all of the Korakin. Azul will also jump over the counter to help out.
Yasana.
Yes.
That's your sister.
However, that doesn't match anything I've ever... I mean, sure.
Why is your sister consorting with fiends?
How am I supposed to know? Last I heard, she's supposed to be bringing prosperity to the world.
We're gonna have to deal with your sister. Are you okay with that?
No? Why would I be okay with this? I'll deal with her. Somehow. Where's that drink?
Azul will stand back up. She's mixing a pretty strong drink for Yasana. Kind of see that Vesha has her hands full dealing with 5 Korakin.
Anyway, so any intel where these fiends are going next? Or have you already mobilized your troops?
They've already vanished on us. They have some likely dimensional hopping ways of vanishing and reappearing wherever they wish to go.
Great, this isn't great. That isn't good. That means they can just pop up in any town they wish.
There still needs some sort of summoning mark and whatnot to occur, which, to be fair, it's not even a contest for something to happen in Roomheim. There's enough magic and other things. I'm sure that they probably just found one that was left unattended.
What about the I'm trying to think. What are the gates called? What are the gates
The
called?
Wayfinder gates?
Yes,
So you mentioned like the things used by the apparatus?
the Wayfinder gates.
I don't actually know many details about that. I don't think they would act similarly. I've never actually seen in my lifetime anything other than a device specifically crafted for them coming out of one.
But she is the son of the person. She is the daughter of the person that essentially used them. So,
Yes, but nobody in their entire lifetime has been able to devise the way to replicate it. I've actually known a few inventors who have dedicated their entire life to trying to figure it out.
well,
But if you use
you-
a teleportation circle.
It's not quite that simple.
well, did you find it? Did you? I take it your lads have been up there.
Have been where?
Brunheim.
We've had a few poke around Runheim to investigate what was left, mostly smoke and ruins and whatnot.
Did you find anything that could possibly help them with the teleportation?
Numerous broken teleportation circles, a few places where the dimensional boundaries themselves felt weaker.
Great.
So we just
So
had
that
a couple of rolls on.
Yeah, to figure out more about the teleporting spells used. You get the feeling that for the most part it was kind of like a strict summoning, and with how them leaving, probably a dimensional door or them returning to their own plane.
So
Would
an
it be
actual
possible?
summon.
So that means someone would have actually had to spend the time to set that up.
Yes.
So seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of work, and also to go unnoticed at it.
If it
Shiki,
were
Your
a summoned
apparatus-
army, then an individual can sneak in unnoticed and infiltrate pretty much anything.
Yes, that is true.
You got any?
Shiki,
Yes.
wasn't the apparatus capable of moving long distances through circles?
You
Was
don't
there
know
any?
that. You
were
don't
there
know
any-
that.
I thought it was
I-
mentioned at one point.
No, I don't think it has been mentioned for this party.
I don't think it
I thought
has.
it was.
I think we've just
No, I
been
don't think it has.
using it to
I'm-
travel safely.
Sorry, Reese. I knew you had something, but I'm gonna have to be that person and say you don't know this.
I honestly don't remember what everything this party's talked about.
Well, you mentioned
yeah,
the
what-
gates.
Yeah.
So, how do you know about the gates? How do we use those gates?
Well, Shiki would know about them.
You dirty little matter. So the land crab has the potential to use certain devices to get around the land a little quicker here and there.
A random that lead up north. Do you have a
Uh,
map?
We could, I think the apparatuses are tuned. We can get to one up north. Right?
There is one that can get up north, but at this point, the only safe ones you have, as I recall, is there's one around. I think there's one around Runheim. I think there's one around Gatesill, and of course up here. Other than that, for the most part, you do remember that it's. I think you would remember this part, but it's kind of a wild ride.
I really
Yeah.
wish there was some way to get to Runheim fast and look at what was going on there.
So okay, so if we go to a safe one, how long does it take just to travel between?
Yeah. But it only take it very, very quickly, less than an hour in most cases.
Okay, so it's not an instant travel, but it's really quick.
Yeah, it's extremely quick travel.
We could essentially we could essentially get there quicker. We just gotta get a gate. I don't think Ashport has a gate.
Ashenport does have a gate.
Okay, I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Come
Ashenport actually
Yeah,
has the
Ashenport.
first gate.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could potentially go and scout it out, but no idea if we'll find anything.
If you don't mind, could we head up north?
We could.
I need to confirm something.
Well, we had some business to do up north as well.
Yep. Unless you are you sure you don't want to go to the
I would like to at least briefly look at Runheim if that were even possible.
We're gonna go to Runheim. Okay, so right, this is pretty maker plans. I need to make guns for this big lug.
Who also needs to pay us still.
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, you got that?
Yeah, but kind of note it. You'll set a bag on the table and just kind of pat it a little bit. Yeah, we worked out the agreement with your boss in the back. Anything you need for supplies and whatnot, we'll cover with this.
I'll have you know I'm self-employed. She just contracts me.
Yes, well, we worked out the agreement with her regardless.
Thank you. Okay.
And one of the other Korkin at that park, I just kind of laughed. Yeah, after she tried to punch you.
Why is she trying to punch you?
Disagreements with her previous mistress.
So you two actually do know each other.
Something like that.
You'll have to tell me one time. How about maybe once when I get these guns delivered?
Perhaps we'll discuss it then.
You're such a nice guy. So, what are your plans now then?
Well, to be fair, we don't really have a good, safe way to get her back down to the rest of them, so I think we'll be hiding up here. Maybe see if I can't find a few stragglers that are hanging up north and get a proper force down here. I know the Baron here doesn't approve of our presence too much, but yeah, he hasn't threatened to throw us out until we break something.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I mean, you seem to be keeping the boys in check. Like I just try not bring the town into trouble. I kind of want a town to come back to. No, saying that, if these attacks and you just happen to be nearby and help defend it, I would be more than grateful.
I'd be more afraid of a Baron than these.
He'll kind of chuckle at that as well. Yes, that's you did break out the Risu, but I got the full thing of the message. That is normally how tinkerers go.
I think these 5 may keep him in check, so this place may be safe.
Yeah.
Though, in the meanwhile, and one of the other ones, hey, General, if we're this close to the temple, why don't we just send someone out there to investigate it too?
Temple? Why are you up? Maybe we should just be honest with each other and tell each other just pass notes around the table.
From the back of the room, which the tavern's actually pretty much empty at this point. Most people are too scared of the I'm not gonna say they're scared of the Korkin, but they don't really want to enter right now. Those who are like they don't need to be drunk enough to enter right now, I suppose is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And there's another tavern too, so
there are multiple taverns here. Alana will speak up from the back of the room. The Temple of Inverted Elements. That's a fun place. I don't even know if I want to go there anymore.
I think I've heard rumors of this temple, but yeah, that's about it. What business do you have?
Well, the long and the short of it is, it seems to have been some sort of reaction based on magic, to be honest. Inverting its way back to try to balance some imbalance. I think these fools believe that between... Risu, that was loud.
That was me breathing.
Yes, and it was breathing very loudly.
Yeah, because I was blowing the wind out of my hair out of my eyes.
Mute your mic before you blow anything.
I'm
not changing my terminology. I am not changing my terminology because we don't want to hear that either. As I was.
Are you sucking?
As I was. Alana will speak up. These fellows here do believe that between the might of my clan, as well as a focus that could be pulled out of the temple, we'd be able to find a way to bring back the wolf, as well as that island.
Why have I got so many paths to go? You real. I make one plan. You keep bringing me new information. I gotta make new plans.
you see, Shiki, that's the problem with making plans. They all get thrown out the window.
Well, let's look at the map here and we can determine our route of how we want to do things.
You said that we could get to Runeheim quickly, correct?
We could.
They said that, yes.
So, why don't we stop in there really fast? We'll take a look what happened there. We can come back, and then we can decide what we do next. We should be back by the end of the day.
I need to get up to Blackstone.
Understood, and I'll be going with you for that as well.
So,
You're not
okay.
sure how close you're going to end up there. To be honest, you're not sure how close you might end up there yet.
So yeah, Runeheim would take us there, which is way away. So we'll definitely jump back to Ashenport.
Do I know of any spell that allows me to send a message to someone that I know that I am not nearby?
Sending.
Sending. What is that, level
Animal
5?
messenger.
That's
Animal
a level
messenger.
3.
Oh yeah, animal messenger. I'm gonna maybe do that. How far away is this?
Depends on the level you cast it at, so that's...
I've got the Silver Raven.
Also, where is the temple? Like on the map.
Temple of Inverted was right here.
Should be this one here.
So we could do the quick teleport to Runeheim. I will then have to make weapons for X amount of days. Sorry, guys.
In the meanwhile, I expect Yasana will be doing research, as well as on her sister, as well as still looking into Pelagia.
There's no way I can get that Silver Raven up there anytime soon.
When that's done, what I would suggest is we're gonna have to go up to the. We actually don't have to go right to the Fell Lands. We go up there, then go to the temple first because it's on the way. Then we can double back, go to Blackstone. Anyone else? Anyone going to disagree with that?
I think we're
Animal
good.
messenger is like the most amazing thing out there.
It's
Yeah.
350 miles away though. I can't get it anywhere close.
Well, you
Because
could. You
mine's only 12 hours.
could, yeah,
Get a
for
scroll.
150, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, why is that level 2? Animal messenger's level 1.
This is a special ability. It's not specifically Animal Messenger. Can I go to Chase and see if she has a scroll of sending that I could use?
We
Yes,
could
you
do
may.
that. We could do that in a bit.
Yeah. So let's
I
do
was
that
I'm gonna
before.
step out for just a moment.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get sidetracked, so guys, plan is we do a quick teleport to Runeheim.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
We then teleport back to Ashenport. I spend the days making weapons. I could probably get Baron to help if he's willing. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, we could Runeheim to Blackstone, or we could go from Rune.
The only thing I'd say is I do not have a map for Blackstone.
Yep.
Yeah, but the only thing I was thinking, we go to the temple first, then after the temple we go to Blackstone.
Well, you just brought
Let's
up
go to the temple afterwards because that could be.
you brought up Yasana's sister. So, I mean, even if we just go to Blackstone, don't even like go to the map or anything. Just like step into the
Yeah.
temple and say. But see, with sending, I was hoping to talk to them and get some information from them without actually having to be there.
Okay, Risu.
Yes.
No, I can't make them on the way.
She doesn't have. She needs a workshop to actually make the weapons
How
properly.
do I? Also,
I thought there was a
Okay.
workshop on the airship.
Yeah, I
On
forgot
the
there was
airship there
workshop
is.
on there.
are we
Like I
gonna
said, we
take?
take the airship. We steal the airship.
Or, ask to borrow it.
Or ask to borrow it because
No. It's
because
an epic situation. We have to steal it and then send the apology
you
later.
do realize one of the party members is probably a big shareholder of that airship. You do.
What we do is we steal it. We send the apology later.
Yasana, if Chase has a scroll of sending, and we talk to your family in Blackstone, would we be okay without going there? Because that's a huge trip that we can't really afford, and it's something that needs to happen.
This is something I need to see with my own 2 eyes.
It's just 350 miles out of the way. Would a
If it was your family, would you want just a sending spell?
for my family, I don't know what would happen. Thankfully, fate has not decided that would happen yet, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Apparently Fate lied.
I'm just tempted to just make it some kind of thing that slows falling, and just kick her off the ship and have her float to Blackstone while I go to the tomb.
Fate
But,
has a way of
hey-ho.
acting in manners that you don't expect. And
Anyway.
I don't believe Fate lied with this.
Vesha
Anyway.
will speak up after a point as she's kind of washing one of the
Vesh.
dishes to refill another glass. Who made this prophecy?
Not Fate.
It was something told. It was passed down from my ancestor last time I checked.
When your ancestors are from the old world.
Yes, definitely from the old world.
Hmm.
What was the prophecy's wording again?
I will. Yeah, hang on, let me actually copy paste the prophecy.
Yeah.
Bring
that'll be-
prosperity to the world, was it? Just bring prosperity?
Yeah, it was open-ended.
Yep. Does it sound familiar to you, Vesha?
Hmm. I have not heard of that particular prophecy to begin with.
You reckon our dear old page probably has?
Perhaps you should ask her. I forget. Does Yasana wear the the trinket, the heirloom openly?
Yeah, she carries that around. This is the amulet from the same ancestor.
Hmm.
Vesh, would you be willing to quickly go and grab Paige for us if she's willing to
Yes,
come out?
I would be willing to do that, and she'll jump out, go around the corner of the table, step in the back room. You can kind of hear that there's a discussion back there. Interrupt that, and bringing back out into the opening is Vesha's, of course. Paige follows, and Shiki, you recognize Veth.
Huh. I wonder where you were.
I was dealing with things here and there. Is there a problem?
Didn't
No,
we
not
all
really.
see Veth recently?
I don't think I think
So,
Jade has met her, but I don't think the others would have.
Okay, Jade Manor, alright.
Because I think
now,
Jade followed Shiki.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, we have a little prophecy that you might have heard of.
Yasana will say, of twins born under a blue harvest moon, one with a crescent moon on their shoulder shall bring prosperity.
And you can visibly, like, I'm not even going to require perception for this. You can see how Veth just kind of shudders a little bit in her shoulders.
Well, seems to ring more of a bell with our elven friend.
Not quite a bell. I feel as though I've heard that prophecy before, but it feels incomplete.
Incomplete.
Oh, great.
See,
Sounds like
that's
your
why
sounds like your-
that's why fate is never the way you think it is.
sounds
People
like your
forget
dear
half
old
of it.
ancestors- Sounds like your ancestors don't know all of it. Hell, for what we know, what we know, the other half of it could be summon other demons and slaughter innocent town people.
She'll,
Okay,
Veth
there's
will
this
glance.
amulet.
Yeah,
Ring a bell.
and yeah, Veth will kind of look at the amulet a bit, tilting her head. I've seen that sign before. Of course, she's involved. If you want the full prophecy, you're probably gonna have to find her.
Who is she?
Who is she, Beth?
Why do people never use
Pelagia.
names? Pelagia.
Pelagia.
Plagia. Well, seems like coincidence after coincidence just keeps falling off my lap.
She'll glance over to General Stride at this moment. I'm gonna have to go investigate something real quick. I'll be back. And the general kind of stand up in a moment. Oh, you aren't leaving just quite yet. And he rushes at her. Before he's able to get quite to Veth, she disappears.
Outplayed.
Alto.
Well, this doesn't change our plan for the rest of the day. Let's figure out what's going on Runeheim, and then go from there.
If you really want to check it out, I got a funny feeling we know the full extent.
Probably, but perhaps there's something that others missed.
Oh,
Alright, I'm stepping out, so I'll be right back.
Also, to the whole thing of I'll make weapons on the airship. No, I'm making them here so I can sell them on
Yeah.
here.
And while you're all like having this discussion, you can see that Paige will glance at where Veth was, then over to the general, and she'll ask him something in Infernal.
Ah, you dirty man.
He says after checking everybody's backgrounds.
I didn't actually check everyone's thing. I'm pretty sure Infernal was a language none of you know.
I have Infernal.
Was it Infernal?
Yep.
Because was it Infernal or Abyssal that they're using in this case? Let me double check.
Of
There
course.
is actually. I'm not just doing this to make sure to kind of prove you wrong. There is an actual reason for the language he would use or she would use.
I don't have Abyssal, so it's probably that.
Yeah,
one.
it's Abyssal that she would use actually.
Yeah,
not Infernal. Infernal's
sure.
the other one.
Mm.
So,
Infernal is demons and Abyssal, or Infernal is devils and Abyssal is demons. That's the difference, and
So,
that's why it matters.
so Scott, something you can't tell the rest of us guys?
Yeah, after Paige asked the question, the general just kind of spit to the side and kind of just growl a moment. Let's just say she wears a very good disguise.
God, can you stop leaving us out of the loop right now?
It's not my place to explain. I was actually forbidden from explaining it. It's part of the agreement that does keep her bound.
Then Paige, you under no such agreement, are you?
Paige will nod. No such agreement. Your friend there is a demon, a powerful one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's red and giant. What did we expect?
Not him. He's actually far more human than, well. She'll glance at Alana in the back corner. He's actually considered more human than even she would be.
The elf, Jade, the elf.
Which elf? Why does no one use names in this group?
You can see like pretty much the four Korkin at the bar start roaring out laughing. The general just shakes his head, and Paige is like just kind of quietly questioning why she hired Jade.
Would any of you disagree if I just drag her out back?
It would help a lot if we were on the page and I could see who the people are, because I have no idea who's an elf.
Veth.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Let me move back to here for the moment. So Paige will be out. Whoop, grab wrong people.
Oh goodness.
Paige will be out here. She will not be here. No,
Right.
She would have been down here. He would have been trying to grab her. She would have vanished. There.
All right.
Right.
So Veth.
Yes.
No one uses names in this group.
Right. So so I got let's see. Check. So I've got orders for box-down rifles. How many are we talking here again?
And he'll hand her the order. You know, it's probably in the area of, let's say 150 rifles.
Whew, this is going to be a tall order. A lot of all-nighters.
Well, we can't sit around and wait for 6 months for you to finish all these rifles.
It won't take me that long.
Yeah, that's a little much to ask for.
Ow.
Sorry.
Your mic, you need to get that consistent.
I switched to my phone. I do apologize.
Oh, that would be why.
They're still near it. I'll speak to Baron about it. I reckon I could get something done.
Yeah, like you figure that you could probably get them all done in maybe week and a half, 2 weeks.
But at this point, we've got 17 threads to follow.
You do have 17 threads to